All right, we are live, Nick. Let's let a few people trickle in here before we get started with this short. This should be a short stream. Just going to address a few issues.
Get started.
But I just want to make sure a few more people are able to view this. So let's give them a chance to drop in. I'll check in the comments. I do see some people in here already, so glad to see you. There's Robin. Hey, Robin. Okay, and then Independent Left News is in the house also. Okay, so let's get started, Nick. So the last several days for FHL have been, have been a world just astonishing. Just a lot has happened. A lot of changes happened in a shorter amount of time. But what also has happened is a lot of, I guess you could say, bad fake actors. A lot of ridiculing. A lot of almost like liberal type behavior coming from people on some social media about some of our people in our community still. So we wanted to address that, or I in particular wanted to address that. I thought it was important that it came from me. Some of the things I want to address here. With everything that's happened, there are some members or former members or who are now former members who have decided to part ways as members of FHL, but that in no way means that we are not in solidarity with these former members. That does not mean we're not in the same community with these former members. Just because they're not part of FHL doesn't mean they stop being anti-capitalist, being anti-imperialist. You know what I mean? Like, they still have those beliefs, so they're still in community with us. And in particular, who I'm speaking of is Jackie, the treatment of RJ. He's still a member, but the treatment of RJ, and then also Meg. I wanted to highlight those three in particular. I wanted to start with Jackie, because Jackie, and actually we can include RJ, because these two members, or these two now, or Jackie is a former member now, but these people were part of the original six. Like, Jackie is pivotal to establishing FHL. So we should give her that respect, and we don't condone. We caught some just disgusting memes in I think in our Discord. RJ caught. So that prompted this live stream. It's just that's not what we want. That's not what I want. So I don't want you to think you're doing this on my behalf or FHL's behalf, because we do not condone this behavior. Some people, made bad decisions, but we believe in restorative justice. That means that we're not punitive. So let's not be punitive about this. And again, these people will be in our community. They are in solidarity with us. They're just not going to be members in some cases. But again, I want to strongly say, or strongly condemn, the treatment that they're getting online. You made your critique of whatever you believe they did or whatever they admitted to. Now let's move on. They're still in community. You still are able to associate. Like, Meg is still going to be coming on some shows. I think she's coming on the JB show soon, or he's going on hers. I forget which one. Same for RJ. You'll still see him on different shows. So, and when Jackie, and if and when Jackie's she's welcome also to join us in the future on some shows, so to contribute. So We just want to make sure, or I just want to make sure, I'm going to let Nick speak for himself. I just want to make sure that nobody is doing this on my behalf or FHL's behalf. We do not condone this. We believe in restorative justice. You're restoring the person. You're trying to help the person improve, and that's what we believe. So, Nick, did you have anything you wanted to kind of talk about or say or address?
Yeah, one thing I always want to promote the idea of living our values, right? And that is how I landed on like the spot on this conflict I did. I wanted to have grace towards CJ, even if we had disagreement with the group. Like let's have grace. Let's slow down. Let's give people the benefit of the doubt, right? What I asked you guys, and this is why we still have nothing but love for everyone in our community, right? I disagree with some of the moves they made, but they apologized and they were extremely sincere, and I can say that wholeheartedly because I'm in community with them. So I'm asking you guys as a community, since we are in community with each other, we need to show a extreme amount of grace to people who we know are good faith. And that's me saying on the record, every single member was here in good faith. And there are human factors that come into play on this. I've seen people, and once again, it's kind of, and CJ, I love that you said this. It's almost like liberal minded in the way they was attacked. Where I see people like push conspiracies where they're like, oh, these people had malicious intent, like, and it's like people pretend like these people are like they're like some massive conspiracy, other than human just reacting on emotion. And like you got, I know every single person watching this had a moment where they reacted in an angry way. And then they like, oh damn, I regret that. And everyone in our group are human and we all make mistakes similar to that. And I just don't understand why there would be any sort of malicious attacks towards these people who we once again CJ forgave these people, so why wouldn't you forgive them?
Right.
Yeah, just have humanity. People make mistakes, and what we really believe in for Hands and Left is restorative justice and building community. And even though Meg, RJ, and I in this group, for example, these people they're still in community with us. Like, we still got a lot of love for these people, and that's the community we want to continue to promote and move forward with. And that's why we wanted to have the conversation with you guys because there's more than just egos. We've seen how other places handle stuff like this. It's not about ego with us. It's all about us coming together. Because at the end of the day, we had it done in a day. I mean, it was very ugly. It was very public in a way. But we immediately got together and we were like, all right, we gotta come from a place of love and solve this problem. So I hope that all you guys come from a place of love as well. I've seen some. The only reason I'm saying that because I've seen some people that claim they support like me and CJ that was attacking our comrades. That it doesn't seem like that was coming from a place of love. And I just want to say, if you want to be in community with us, we can't have that. But sorry, go ahead, CJ.
No, right. I mean, just to your point, like, you know, I've seen the comments where it's like, hey, Jackie this, Jackie that, but Jackie's still a good person. That's fine. Be able to give a certain critique. You're being honest about this is what I think, but you're not being punitive. We need to be able to do that in a community. And just to Nick's point, so you need to be able, like he said, like if the transgression was against me and I'm the one, I forgive them. Like I don't need somebody else to carry a torch of resentment and anger. Just let it go. Let's move on. There's bigger things and real enemies of humanity that we have to address and organize against together with these people in our community. When I say these people, I'm saying RJ with Meg, with a Jackie. So understand that. And if you are dealing with somebody who believes in the same things you believe, but you have a personality dispute, understand the person needs to remain in your community. Okay? That is something as a movement we need to begin to understand. Let's stop behaving like the blue and red teams. Let's stop behaving that way. Let's behave in a way that's uniting to build communities, not to separate communities. So yeah. I mean, I can look through some of the comments, Nick, and see if there's anything else maybe we can address. But I really,
I saw this comment, and
yeah, go ahead.
We can speak on this as two of the founding members.
Sure.
It was a comment I saw earlier while we was talking. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I think Skeptical Mantis Channel 10 asked us. He said it's a friend and leftist business or organization.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I explained this before, and now we have me and CJ here. We can kind of talk about like what we had in mind with friend and leftist, and I'm honestly very shocked and humbled that it grew to the point where it is right now. Because we got together and we were like, we just need to amplify Black media space and have like a centralized organizing hub. You know, I mean, you don't really see that. If you look at the popular left channels, it's all about promoting politicians, promoting their brand, growing their Patreons. And with that said, like one thing that I saw that was said that it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm gonna be 100% honest. When I saw someone say, "Oh yeah, they fixed this problem because they were worried about Patreon subscriptions." Now, that like guys, we are humans. Like that is such a bad faith reading of what we want to accomplish. Like I felt for my brother CJ. JB felt for his brother CJ. So this is something that we want to legitimately resolve. And we not in this game to make money. We here to actually affect change. We realized that there was this giant void on the left that hadn't been filled. This void that was filled. I mean, there was no real solidarity. We want to build a solidarity movement on friends and left, and that include forgiving and having a healing process. And where you guys are trying to be punitive to people you disagree with, that harms the healing process. That slows down the healing process. That destroys the left. And that reaction is like, when I see that kind of stuff, like, this is why the left loses. That you guys you can't come together and heal and get better, because that's something else I want to reiterate. We're still a relatively new channel, and through every criticism that we make, we get better. And trust me, guys, after this, we had a lot of conversation that you guys will never hear. Through this endeavor, we are 100% going to get better as an organization, and that is what in leftist spaces we need. We need to give people the grace and time to grow and get better. It's liberal minded to assume people have worse intentions and to assume people need to be canceled. Like that's lib shit. I mean, and I've seen people that are guilty of that. And again, CJ forgave people for a reason. Like we forgive each other for a reason. Well, if I don't see you guys giving that grace to us, if I see people like say stuff that's so bad faith, like, oh, they're just doing it for Patreon, like that stuff is so bad faith. How can you even say you're in community with us at that point? You know what I mean? If you don't have that amount of faith, so that's one thing I want to say. And we just gotta try to live our values, and we all can get better at that. And that's something that we learn here as well through this endeavor. We all can get just better at the values that we claim to represent. That's the ongoing process of what it means to be a leftist. And none of us is perfect. And I actually can't stand the people who pretend. You got to see the streamers who pretend they're the smartest person in the room. I'm leftier than thou. I'm the guy. I got all the answers. No need to say names. You got to know what I'm talking about. But there's people like that, and I don't like that. And I think that's one reason we grew this community, because I'm always been open that I'm like on this journey with you guys. Like through my time when I was more liberal minded, while more modern now to where I am right now. And I just want that to be the mentality of us in the community. But we got JB in the house. I'm glad.
Yeah. What's up, JB? So let's bring JB. But before we bring JB in, I did have an analogy when we're talking about bad faith actors, Nick. And I think I may have said this with you before. I see bad faith actors as the people on the freeway. Like, say if I stop on the freeway, let's say there's an elderly person or a person that needs assistance on the freeway. They got a flat. You can tell they can't necessarily understand how to fix a flat. And I'm stopping to help this person. And then there's people driving on the freeway yelling, "Hey, why are you helping her? Why?" It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Why am I going to listen to those people? They're just drive-by trolls. When I'm literally trying to help, I'm trying to build a community. They're yelling about me trying to do something positive. Like, just like it's so weird to me. So we are about restorative justice. We're not about punitive justice. So understand, you make your critique. Now it's time to move on with these people, with RJ, with Jackie, with Meg. Okay, so that's what I wanted to make sure I interjected there. But JB, thank you, and happy to see you here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't want to respond to a comment. Someone was like, hopefully this doesn't come off of you guys scolding your supporters. And that's not the intention here. The intention is not to scold the supporters. It just is we take a hard line stance against the extremely offensive memes that we've seen of Jackie and the harassment of our supporters. So that is what we are condemning wholeheartedly. So yeah, we take a stand on that.
Yeah, I don't think those people are our supporters.
Yeah, so that's
I really don't. I think the people who are supporters understand, like, that's not something we're about. But I'm sorry, JB. Go ahead, JB. We're happy to see you, sir. Your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, I'm really just here to stand with you guys.
Okay.
Because I've been hearing, I was listening, and I'm sorry for being a little bit late, but I had dialysis earlier today, so.
No, good. Glad that Caesar, you made it. Even with that, happy to see you here, sir.
Yeah, but I really am grateful for what you both said. And even though we may have dropped the ball, those of us have dropped the ball on restorative justice in that aspect. We recognize where we were flawed, and I think it's the same thing with Jackie, RJ, and Meg. They felt like they dropped the ball, but at the same time, they still believe in restorative justice. Nonetheless, it's just that was their transgression, and they are making up for it. So,
right.
I appreciate that you both are have such a strong sense of integrity that you guys didn't let your feelings, get in the way of your 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 sorry, I'm trying to find the word in my head because my brain gets foggy after dialysis. But your values, you didn't let that get in the way of your values. So I just want to say thank you to both of you for providing such a stellar example of integrity and grace, and I think you guys are amazing. So.
Well, I mean, it's, likewise, we both obviously, I think I can speak for Nick. We both obviously feel the absolutely same for you, JB. Is there any other comments that any of you saw? So is RG not in FHL anymore? Somehow I was going to click on it and then I don't know where it went. I think we're going to let him make that announcement officially when he's ready. As of right now, he is still an FHL member. But there may be some news on that later on that we will let him make that his own announcement about that.
Yes, and Savvy is also still with FHL.
Yes, and that is a yes. So if we were to recap, we yesterday Meg decided to step down, and Jackie has stepped down, and I think we can all say Carrie effectively
she's done.
Removed herself from FHL.
Yeah.
So far that's 3. And so what we're going to be doing moving forward is being more transparent, being more organized. So we're going to be meeting over the next several weeks to just talk about organizing a group, letting everybody know what we're doing. So if, hey, these are our bylaws, maybe making that available for public view. Maybe we can do something like that or put it on our website or something like that, just so people can go and view, see, just our structure. We're going to kind of put all of that out there just so we're transparent with everything. And any other words, Nick, from you, sir?
Yeah, just the main message that we want, at least I wanted to share with you guys today is that I said in the very early on staging this channel that this is going to be a YouTube channel ran unlike the way you guys never seen before. And this is why we want to be 100% transparent about everything what happened, because we once again we are activists with a platform. That's how I view it. I don't view us as podcasters. We're just activists with a platform, and we just want to do our best to educate you guys and have a group that can educate each other and stay in solidarity with each other, even in hard times, and giving grace and giving each other the benefit of the doubt is important. I always tell I give the ruling class and I give politicians no benefit of the doubt. I always assume they have worse intentions, and I'm ready to accuse them anytime. But when it comes to the everyday proletariat, the working class people, the people who are active, especially on your lines, like people you know that are allies with you. I try to get them the benefit down. I think that's what we need to do moving forward. The people who are bad faith, the people that we all dislike, these are the people that do the exact opposite, right? Where they want to like take care of like the mental health and the public persona of politicians, and in order to do that, they attack like grassroots activists. Like they'll say the people who promote for like the Medicare for All rally, they're like shady people, or hey, these people over here that got podcasts, they're shady. But you see how they put all the onus on the people, but they defend politicians. We need to be the exact opposite of that.
Exactly.
Where we have radical love for our comrades, even when they make mistakes. Radical love for your comrades. Give them a chance to live, learn, and forgive. And at the same time, we cut the throat of politicians. It's like that's the mindset of our movement, I believe. James, JB, you got anything? I'm gonna see if I can find some comments. I'm sorry I missed some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking through. But JB, did you have anything? It could be anything else if you had any other surrounding topics, anything you saw in the tweet, that you just say, hey, let me just make sure this is addressed. Anything like that you wanted to cover?
Yeah. The whole there was I saw comments beforehand that said that FHL was being infiltrated by nefarious people who just happen to be white. That's not the case at all. They made a mistake, and it has absolutely nothing to do with race. It just had everything to do with process. So as far as that goes, as far as they committed basically the same transgression that I did. So their transgression is no different than mine. So I just want to say that even though they did wrong in the way that they conducted things, they still are in solidarity with us because they had remorse and they reversed or tried to rectify what they've done. So I don't really have much more to say about that. But
right. I think we have to understand that it doesn't matter how much leftists or people proclaim to be leftist. One, we don't know if they really are the ones that are on these things.
True.
And two, we have to understand as leftists, we still lived in a society where we're conditioned to be this real tribal. We're conditioned to be real vitriol online, like a real nasty online. So I think some people, and again, somebody said, are we scolding our supporters? We're really talking about a very small amount of people. Literally, we're talking about a very small amount of people. But these small amount of people may have gotten some attention, and that's why we're bringing it up. So we're not talking about a good 99% of our people that watch us. We're not speaking to them. We're talking to a very, very small amount of people, or about a very small amount of people. And we just wanted to make sure that no one thought we were okay with that. And that's really what the stream is about, to say, don't be doing these things on our behalf, or me specifically Compton Jay's behalf. Don't do that on our behalf, and we condone it. That's really all what we're saying. And then we're just going into more detail to just say what we believe in, which is restorative justice. And that's why so and so. So we're not at all trying to scold any supporters, and we don't believe the majority of the people that are doing some of these things are even our supporters. They're really just bad faith actors. So that's all I have. So unless JB or Nick has anything else, I think we're going to be coming to an end. Go ahead, Nick.
I just want to say this, and then we can wrap up. I saw someone leave a comment like, "Will you guys be adding any new members?" I'm not going to say anything in specific yet. The only thing I'm going to use that question as an opportunity to say this, guys. We pride ourselves as an organization to continue to grow and get better. And I had a lot of conversations with almost every single member. We have a lot of great things planned after this. And then Fred Hampton left this. We have grown even stronger after this. I promise you. And CJ and Ron talk about this, how they got into yelling fights, me and Ron got into yelling fights. And when I yell and when I get into arguments with my brothers and my sisters, it's I don't know, it's just me, but our relationship tends to get stronger after that. You know what I mean? Like, damn, we had an argument now. Like, we have more respect. We know where we coming from. I swear to God, this is what happened with Fred and Alexis. We had this fight that unfortunately spewed in the public for a little bit, but I feel like our relationships are stronger than ever, and we have a plan moving forward. And we got a lot. Like, I got a lot of future roundtables we got planned, a lot of great guests we got planned, and we got a lot of great very exciting stuff that I'm looking forward to on Friend and Leftist. And that was the biggest frustration with me with this thing, because it kind of slowed down.
Right.
But we have insane momentum, and I'm going to rise to the challenge. I think everyone else is going to rise to the challenge as well. I'm super excited to know what's going to happen in the future. I'm going to keep I'll let you guys keep you guys in suspense a little bit, but we got a lot of great people we're probably going to add on, and a great community that we're forming here. So I appreciate everyone that have graced with us and understand the message that we are conveying with you guys today. That's all I got to say. But James, you got any last words?
Yeah, I'm just going to echo what you said. We do have plans on some more amazing things, more true to the form of what especially Black leftists like Fred Hampton have done in the past. And look, stay tuned for CJ's show. Oh, and by the way, I saw a comment that was asking about the General Strike March. I'm sorry, General Strike Summit. Sorry. I wish it was a march.
I know, you jumping ahead.
Yeah. But CJ, that's still on, correct?
Yeah, it's still on. So probably give us maybe a week to just get our wheels, our bearings back as an organization, and then we're gonna start announcing, the guests and time slots and all that kind of stuff. We're going to start working on that. So yeah, just give us a little bit of time. But I do want to shout out, some of our, where did that go? Please don't let me lose that. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for
right here.
Everybody.
Yeah, the super chats right here. This is a comrade. It's Ophelia. PG. You guys know Ophelia online. Yeah, and it happens to be my mom's first name too.
Yeah, Ophelia, good people. I know
yeah.
What it is.
What's up? And then super chat sticker here. Thank you, Christine. And what is that? Stylist. Pretty cool. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you for those super chats. And I think, let me just make sure.
We just got another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Two more. I'm looking forward to all of the good stuff from FHL. We are too. Thank you for that super chat. My choice of words wasn't thoughtful on Discord, but it wasn't directed at anyone. I feel like, but I'm on those people. No hard feelings though. That is awesome right there. For this person, is basically, if I'm reading it right, is saying, their choice of words wasn't thoughtful on Discord, but no hard feelings. Basically, let's move past this. And this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. So maybe this person is part of our audience, the 1% that we're talking about. And maybe they, said something that now they're saying, yeah, I shouldn't have said that, but it's no hard feelings on their part. And that's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. We're going to be in a community together. Let's try our best to get along. Am I missing? If either of you see that I missed any of those, you can go ahead and put those up yourself. Or is that's the same? Or no, this is one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Happy you are moving forward, Kathy. I am too, and I think I can speak for Nick and James also. Fun fact: my name is James also, but that's the JV lean. But when we first started, they kept saying J, and both of us were responding, and that's how I got the name CJ. And then we started calling JB, or we started calling you JB. But that's James for the record. That's my name, but I go by CJ or J. So anytime you hear James, they're referring to JB. All right.
No.
Am I missing any super chats that you guys can tell?
There's another one. There more. Just keep coming in.
Okay. I
Yeah.
see this one. If I'm missing one, if you could just please just put it up there, because for some reason I have this scrolling mouse and it just like I try to scroll through comments and it just skips over. You know what I'm talking about. You laugh, Nick. You must know what I'm talking about. It just kind of scrolls over it. But right here, no major industry makes enough money to cover its negative extremities. Did I say that right?
Externalities.
Externalities. Oh, okay. PP findings. The market system doesn't work on any level. We need more RBE. I think you guys can decipher that. I'm not sure.
Sorry, I was focused on something else.
Oh, you were reading something else.
No major industry makes enough money to cover its negative externalities. TEB findings. The market system doesn't work on any level. We need RB. Even though I'm wrong.
But no, thank you for that super chat. Once we figure out what you're asking, you're just making us feel real dumb right now. Once we figure out what you're asking, we'll answer that. But Robin, friend of the show, comrade in the community.
Much love to Robin.
Yes, thank you, Robin, for all the work and all the help you do. She does so much for us in the back. So, CJ is James. Yes, my name is also James. Yes, that is true.
Yep.
Nick, where's your Gatorade? Nick, where's your Gatorade?
Also, just to let you know, Christine also sent another super sticker.
So, thank you again, Christine. Awesome. Awesome. We have some great people in our chats, great people in our community. And that's really what this stream was about. Like, hey, let's build a community. Let's stop attacking people in our community. Give your critique, and that's fine. We need to be able to critique each other, especially if we do something wrong. But then let's move on together. Let's move forward. So I think we got all the super chats. Hang on. Oh, my oldest son and father are named James. See, it's a pretty good name. See? Awesome. All right. That was a good in there. I think we're going to end the
check out International Leftist Coalition. We are back tomorrow, Tuesday.
Oh, yes.
Kana, Kareem, Peter.
Oh, actually, let's go. Let's cover what shows are coming back. Yeah. So we'll figure out what we're going to fill in on Monday. I
got some ideas.
Yeah.
I'll run it by you guys.
Okay. Tuesday, Nick is back on Tuesday. What do you got going? Your International Coalition. What time again, Nick?
We usually do that on Tuesday nights because Kareem and Peter, they in Hong Kong.
Oh, so we gotta wait. Yeah, for them.
And then it's like nighttime for us, but it's dope. I think we got a nice little community that we build in there, and I have a lot of great people I want to add on the International Leftist Coalition, and I can say now because I'm kind of working on this. I interviewed Jess Sprague. He's the guy who interrupted George W. Bush. That made I had an interview with him, and also was reaching out to a lot of people because I think it's also important to not only talk to like veterans who were victims of the Iraq War. I want to talk to like actual like Iraqi like migrants and refugees or people who are a generation removed from the horrific U.S. imperialism, not even just the Middle East, but in general. And I have a few people I want to bring on, and we're gonna talk about that. But that's kind of stuff you can look forward to on International Leftist Coalition. I had a conversation with Sophia. She's a journalist out of Brazil on my old channel a long time ago. I want to bring her back because she does on-the-ground investigations into Bolsonaro. So I want to talk to her. International Leftist Coalition. Check that out Tuesday. I'm super excited to get back into like actual work. So hope you guys.
That's tomorrow, guys. That's tomorrow, everybody. Nick will be back on. I will be back on this Wednesday with straight Out of politics, we're still talking about the roundtable, so I'm not sure.
We're gonna do a roundtable. I think it's gonna start about an hour later than usual. But
Okay.
Roundtable on Thursday.
Right. Okay. So then it looks like we're probably going to be getting back to the regular schedule starting tomorrow, Thursday. The roundtable is going to be pushed back. So wait for the announcement, but at least it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. The start time will be later. So yeah, thank you here. I'm not going to say that name, but you get the picture. So thank you for all the super chats. That is true. And is there anything else? I'll leave it. Oops, with that comment just skipped over. That's what I was talking about. Where's that comment I wanted to leave? Here we go. Thanks, FHL. Good luck and bright future. That's the one I wanted to leave us with. I think that's it. So we're signing off this this live stream. Remember to respect your members in the community and solidarity with everyone.
Take care, guys.